I bet you didn't know that there's two ways that you can direct seeds into a bed. Most of us are familiar with the first way, but let me show you the other way, and then I'll also show you the first way. So I have a lot of mulch in this bed, and I have other plants, and the plants that I want to put here are squash, and they don't like to be direct seeded. So I'm going to make a spot for my mulch here, but I feel like if I just plant directly in the dirt, they might get a little leggy because the sun and the mulch will kind of be, I don't know, like keeping them from the direct sunlight. So I'm going to create like a little mound. And you've probably seen this when people talk about growing watermelons or squashes, especially the bush varieties of squashes. They talk about on the seed packet, create a little mound. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm going to create that one, and then we're going to get this one too. I want to open it up so that the ground underneath is available. And I'm going to take a nice 2 big scoops. And it's just potting soil that I'm using. All right. Now that I have my little mounds, I'm going to kind of press my mulch back close to it, try to keep it as wet as possible. Then I'm going to take my seeds, trying not to get them wet with my hands. And I'm going to try to get 4 seeds out. Oh, look at that, perfect. Now when you're doing any kind of seed where it has a pointy end like that, you want the pointy end to go in because this is where it's going to sprout, it's going to break open, and then the roots are going to spread down like that, and then the plant is going to shoot upward. So we're just trying to give it a little head start. So I'm going to stick it as deep as the seed is big. So if it's that tall, I want to stick it in here that tall. And I'm doing 2 just to make sure that I get both of them. Eventually I will come back if both of them sprout, and I will get rid of one of them, or I will thin one of them. All right, just push them down, push the soil over, and that's it. I am probably going to take a little bit of my mulch right here and just sprinkle it on top, just like salt. I'm not trying to cover the mound, I'm just trying to make it to where it's not going to dry out too quickly. So that is what they're talking about when they're saying make a mound and plants in the mound. This way, when the sprout comes up, something like a squash is immediately wanting a lot of sunlight. And if it has to fight against all these other plants, or it has to fight against the mulch right here, it could get leggy. And once it gets leggy, then it's not going to perform as well. It may not yield as well. It has to get over that, and all those things make it to where it's a struggling seedling. Well, let's get these guys watered. Now the next way to direct seed is the more traditional way, which is where we're going to plant directly in the ground without creating mounds or without creating any extra soil. I'm going to be doing these Blue Lake pole beans, and because they're pole beans or a vining variety, I'm growing them next to a trellis. And also because they're pole varieties, I can plant them a little bit closer. So to do this, all that I do, you don't have to pull the mulch away when it's this thin, but I'm going to. There's a carrot on this side. I don't want that guy. I just want nothing but beans right here. Okay, so I'm going to take my finger. I'm going to look at this seed because that's how deep I want it to go, however it is long, so it's really the tip of my finger. So I'm going to make a little indent, just like 3 inches apart. Thankfully, you don't need a lot of pole beans to get a lot of beans. Then we're gonna just stick these guys in the little hole. You can lay them on their side, you can lay them up and down. It hasn't ever mattered. And we're just gonna cover them up gently. You're not trying to compact it. Now that I got all my seeds in, we're just gonna water them in really well. And this is the important part because this water has to really stay. So we're gonna go over it a couple of times We're gonna let it soak in for a second, let it drain, and then we'll water it again. Now I'm going to come out in the garden every single day and I'm going to check them to see if they've sprouted. If they haven't sprouted, I am going to water them again every single day. I know it sounds crazy, but down here in Florida, it's really hot and it evaporates. So maybe where you are, you might not have to do it every day, but every other day. You basically want to make sure the top of that soil is still wet. Once they sprout though, they can handle a lot more because those roots are going a lot deeper, so you don't have to water them as much. Usually at that point, I start going to every other day, and then I go to every third day until I'm at once a week, which is how often I water. I think you can see why a lot of people really like to direct seed their plants, because it's just so much easier. You saw, we got that done in like 5 minutes, no big deal, and now all we have to do is wait on them and water them once a day. Thanks for hanging out with me today and learning about that. Happy gardening! If you want to learn more about growing vegetables in your backyard garden, make sure to check out my new ebook, Homegrown Florida Gardening Guide, at my website, homegrownfloridagarden.com. Make sure to pick up your copy today and you will have all the information you need to be a successful gardener.